I'm 53, going on 54, I have bipolar. I'm Maltese descent. I come from a little country town called Broken Hill. I've been in Melbourne for about 14 years. And in that period I've been a renter, so I've rented from rooms in boarding houses on the bottom end of Brunswick Street until I got enough money to actually have my first rental house. And I was okay for a long time because I worked. It was always difficult because the affordable, great, small yard maintained sort of houses always went to people that had a lot of money in the bank or offered the landlords more money because stress affects bipolar. And so that whole rental game, moving every 2 years and trying to get the money, because every time you move, you need $3,000 or $4,000 because you need bonds, removalists, putting electricity, the gas, everything back on. You never felt that you were safe. And just, you might go weeks and weeks of going to the real estate agents and getting knockbacks till you found that one expensive property that nobody else wanted, and then here you can have that. It makes you feel like your value is much less. You know, because you're struggling anyway with bipolar, and you're shame-based about that because you don't want to let them know that you really have bipolar. You don't want to like have a hint or a smell of mental illness because they're not going to give you anything. I just become incredibly peaceful. Like, the world can be really bad, and I just get out here and I dig with my hands and I just start to feel better. This was a tiny cutting, and it rode in a taxi to every house that I ever lived in. So each time I moved, it was one of the things that was always in the taxi. My grandmother's antique clock and the hydrangea. If you haven't got a safe home space where you feel comfortable, you can't really ever have any attempt to try and heal. Everybody needs sanctuary. Everybody needs somewhere where they feel safe. They can hot water, the shower, the basics, closing the door. You've got your telly, you've got your books, you've got your things. The really hard thing is, being a renter, is that we actually need longer leases. So the longest lease I've ever got is 3 years. And it's also very important to have your connection in the neighbourhood. So, you know, you go and get your milk. It's a hello. So on your worst day, you do a few things. You know, you go to the pharmacy, hello, how are you today? You don't want to know. Sort of a smile, laugh. So you lose communities all the time, which are really important. As well as the stability. And like if you're in a stable house, there is less stress. My life now, what's so much better is I'm safe. As long as I pay the rent, you know, life's pretty good. I work really closely with my real estate agents, and yeah, they like the fact that I looked after the properties, and so I had a good relationship with them. She seemed really quite comfortable, and she's quite honest, and she listened. There was no rolling the eyes, there was no judgment. It was just, okay, let's do this. Let's see what we can do.